So I thought I'd list off some of the albums that I'm anticipating for the rest of the year. I'm using my laptop right now. I'm looking at it, so bear with me. I'm not really going to be focusing too much. I'm using it to help me decipher what's coming out and what's on its way. So I'll start off with some releases that are coming out fairly soon. Shabazz Palaces. They have two albums coming out, and they are very good experimental hip hop group that I think are worth checking out, and hopefully these two albums are really good. The singles so far have been rather good. Also, Broken Social Scene have an album out coming this week. Hope maybe that'll be good. Not really followed them for quite some time. Toro y Moi has an album out next week. Toro y Moi is a cool R&B kind of vocalist. Maybe not R&B necessarily, but he does some pretty cool things with his music. Usually he's quite interesting, quite chill wavy as well. Hopefully that'll be an interesting album. Haim, Something to Tell You, their sophomore album finally coming out. Bum 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 bum, what is coming out? What else? What else? What else? Let me see. Muramasa is quite interesting. You know, maybe that album will be okay. That's in a few weeks. Pains of Being Pure at Heart. Now they're a pretty good band. I think that could be an album worth checking out as well. Definitely. Lana Del Rey, Lust for Life. I don't think I'm gonna like that album, but hey, it's on its way finally. I'm pretty sure it's had like 8 release dates, so even I don't even know if it's actually gonna come out when it says it is. And Arcade Fire, ugh, I'm not expecting to like that one after that album, after the singles. I mean, man, oh boy, what else is on its way? Bum 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 bum. I'm looking at August releases now. Ratboy has an album out. Ratboy? Mm, I mean, nothing, nothing too much there that interests me, but I might check it out just for the sake of listening to it. Liars are coming back. I love Liars. They've got a great discography behind them. Definitely listen to some of their music. Oh, Grizzly Bear as well. I've not loved Grizzly Bear for quite some time. I feel like Yellow House was like my favourite. They're one of those bands where the further you go back into their catalogue, the better their music gets. So maybe in 2017, I'm not going to be too interested in a Grizzly Bear album, but we'll see. The OCs, who are now called OCs for some reason. Don't know why they changed their name, but they usually put out some great psychedelic rock albums. Iron and Wine, he's a cool indie folk singer. Probably going to be business as usual for his album. I can't see it being any different to what he's done before, but hey, give it a go. Queens of the Stone Age, yes. Villains, be good to see what they do on their latest album because of that single that they dropped, which sounded a lot different to what was on Like Clockwork, so I'd definitely be up for hearing what they're going to do. The War on Drugs, loved Lost in the Dream. Hopefully this album continues that kind of pattern of what they were doing on that last album because that was so good. That looks like it's about it for August. EMA, not heard from her for a while. She's pretty cool. Not sure if anyone's hyping her music anymore. Oh, everything, 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 everything. Yes, definitely excited for that because that last album was incredible. That pretty much looks about it for August. It's not looking like a busy month. I expected a lot more albums to be coming out. Who knows though? Maybe there will be more to be announced. Obviously, there's usually a lot that drop just out of nowhere, which is always a cool thing. Sorry, I'm still looking at my laptop. So I look at September releases now, and always they're back. Love that debut album that they put out in 2014. Antisocialities is the sophomore album that they're putting out. That should be pretty cool. LCD Sound System. Eh, I like the singles that they released. Call the Police, but I don't know, it just feels a bit weird. You know, they announced everything was over in 2010, did a big farewell tour, and now they're back. It's like a bit of a cash grab, I feel like, but who knows? It could be cool. Nothing But Thieves. they're quite a cool band. I caught them live a few years ago. They were really good. The vocalist has got an insane voice. He's seriously so good. Yeah, that guy, he's got a crazy good voice. Might be checking that album out. Deerhoof, they're a cool experimental pop band. I would say give their discography a listen. They have a lot of short albums, so it probably wouldn't take that much time actually. They're a cool band. The National, that single they released was very good. So I'm excited to see what they do on their latest album, Sleep Well Beast. Zola Jesus, now she put out a cool single earlier this year that was really, really experimental for her. So definitely going to be looking out for that album. Akovi it's called. Yeah. Let me see what else. Foo Fighters, yeah, they'll probably put out a good rock album. They usually do. You know, if you like rock music, you can't go wrong with Foo Fighters. Ariel Pink, what a guy, what a guy. He is back soon. Always puts out great albums, so I would feel like this album is just guaranteed to be the one that I love. What else do we have? Chelsea Wolfe, yes. Chelsea Wolfe. Again, she's another one that just always hits it out of the park every time with each album, so I would expect a lot from her. Fall Out Boy. Yeah, Fall Out Boy. Ugh, I mean, I might just skip this album. I feel like I'm just gonna hate it, and then I'd make a review saying I hate it, and it's just gonna be pretty predictable. I don't know. Might be funny to listen to though. Wolf Alice, I didn't know they were coming back out, but apparently in September they're back. Wasn't that big on their debut. I thought it was pretty overrated if I'm being honest, but yeah, people loved it, so why not try it? It could be better. Also, the Horrors are back. Never really give them a proper listen, but again, it could be an album worth trying. And I think that's pretty much it for September. I don't think there are any big releases in October announced yet. Apparently Liam Gallagher. You know, I don't know. He probably will be just for the fans, I guess. Oasis crazy fans will be into it. That'll be about it. So yeah, that's about it for the rest of the year. Obviously all those albums I'm not going to love. That tends to be the case. I hype up albums, and then when they finally come out, I'm like, oh, well that was a disappointment, because it's a bit annoying really, because it's just there's just that much music that you just end up liking less than you want to like, and it's a bit frustrating. But hopefully some of those albums will produce some of the best of the year. Yeah, let me know what you're anticipating for the year. If any of those albums you're really excited for, or any albums that I didn't even say, because I'm sure I missed many albums off, but that was pretty much all the ones I could see that I was hyping. So yeah, let me know what you're excited for, and have a good